Alright, this is going to be the first tips and tricks video, and I'm going to focus on the Italian factions, specifically their heavy infantry. Because in Medieval 2, heavy infantry is, it's a key part of an army, and the standard is just dismounted feudal knights, right? For pretty much all Western factions. But the Italian factions get these two as well: dismounted men-at-arms and dismounted broken lancers, and they kind of have their own niche because, well, I'll explain the stats later, but I'm going to show you some battles. Let's start with these armor upgrades. If you look, compare the two. They both cost 570, but stats 1123.2, 1321 free. Seems like less attack, more armor. More attack, less armor, better charge. It's pretty standard, but it's not quite that simple. So I will show this battle. I mean, it doesn't matter which way around you do it, as long as the AI doesn't decide it's going to do something funky. Sometimes they like run away mid-fight and then come back. It's kind of dumb, but whatever. Let's have a look. The AI tends to spread their army out in ranks of 3 as well. So let's do this. Let's speed up a bit. Let's get some action here. Here we go, let's get them running. Let's get some slow motion charges in here. Why not? Good general. Right, so on this charge, the feudal knights have 1 higher charge bonus, 3 compared to 2, and they have better attack. So they should do better on the charge, but let's see how it goes. Right, let's give it a while for the charge to go on. Some casualties to go on. Yeah, so both kind of stop charging. It's pretty even right now, so 114 to 115. So speed up a bit. Right, they're starting to flee because the AI is kind of stupid. But already, look, they have 100, we have 112, so pretty significant. I mean, yeah. So let's just chase them down. I've run this test with me being both feudal knights and me being both dismounted men-at-arms. This is just the AI being stupid.
We have sent the idiot to hell.
Happens both. I mean, look, 45 to 100. It's just there's not that much of a contest, and I'll explain why later
the Lord above, our foe has been much.
Just to prove it, I'm going to try it the other way around, but with a different unit this time. Let me be. How about I'll be? Wait, no. I will be France or someone. I'll be take feudal knights worth 570. Now this time let's try dismounted broken lancers, but with 1 armor upgrade because that's the max I can get. Notice, compare these two. These were the ones we used. We used men-at-arms. The stats are identical on here, right? And look how much less they cost. 570 against 545. That's pretty significant for something that does exactly the same. So let's do the same, but bear in mind we have the advantage because, I mean being feudal knights, because our unit costs more, right? Like, significant amount more. Let's loot this. Good. Let's try and match their formation, just to make it fair as possible. No like wrapping around the back of their unit. Now let's give some charges. Run order. Right. Here we go. I mean, look how much cooler the unit looks as well. Speed up a bit. Right, so charge ended. It's pretty close right now because again they have better melee and charge bonus. But look, 110 against 104 already. I mean, it's pretty obvious, right? You can see the number. Look there for this number and the tooltip for this number. I mean, look, it's pretty steadily beaten down. So in a grind out, it's pretty clear who has the advantage here, really. And the cheaper unit as well. Yeah, I mean, it's a slaughter right now.
Only half the enemy force remains.
So,
Our army is tiring.
and Feudal Knights are still viable, I'll explain that later. But this is just showing a grind out one-on-one who's better.
Fils de Dieu, have mercy on our souls.
Right, so this gets onto the stats part. So look here. Here are the stats, okay. This is the attack, this line. The small number is the charge. Ignore the, ignore these ones. So this is the number per unit, this is the upkeep per turn, we don't need that. Right. This is the cost for recruiting it. Okay, and this is the morale, this is the attack, charge. The big number is the overall defense, this is what you see. Okay, but it's split into three. So there is the armor, the charge, the unit actual defense, and the shield. Okay, like the shield defense. Armor, I don't know if you might already know this or not, but the armor gives you bonus all the time. It's constant. The shield bonus only gives, protection from well, it gives protection from everything, like missile units, melee, everything, but not from the back or the unshielded side. The unit defense, like their defense skill, like how good they are at parrying and blocking, that's only in melee. So it can make quite a difference knowing that. Right. So as you can see, dismounted Feudal Knights have quite a lot better attack. I mean, it's not hugely, but it is significant, especially if you want to cut down weaker units quicker. The charge is slightly better, but that's not really that much. I mean, it's helpful, but this value, as I said before, that's the armor value. Okay, as you can see, these guys, they're a lot cheaper, and they start off with a lot better armor. Right. This is the amount of armor upgrades you can give them. So, as we saw in the first battle, these guys can get 2 armor upgrades to get, the silver shield, and these guys can only get 1. But, this is the cost after the armor upgrades. So this one's identical to this one's actually cheaper. This is, this is the armor after the armor upgrades. So, look, they have +3 armor against these guys. That's not just +3 armor, that's +3 levels of armor. So this is like mailed or something, and these are like the best armor, I'm pretty sure. Like the best armor you can get in game. So it's like full plate, like advanced plate, whatever it's called, but it's the best. And they, if you also notice, they have 1 less defense skill. So these guys are far better at taking fire from missiles, but they're less good at defending against other people in combat. But when you have armor this good, one difference doesn't really make that much. Right, another downside to these guys against the Feudal Knights, the standard, is their morale, which is this. This is the same morale as like a spearman, so it's pretty bad. Whereas these are kind of more elite, they have 9, so it's almost twice the morale. And this is crucial, so they won't hold their own for very long before fleeing. Which is why, Italian states can get these banners that create your standards, stuff like that. And if you're going to use lots of these guys, it's definitely good to use the standards, because otherwise they're going to flee before you can get their maximum combat effectiveness. They're also better more for holding the center of your line rather than the flanks, because especially if you keep your general in the center behind the lines, that tends to be what I end up doing. They'll have the morale bonus from the general, which is perfect. I mean, Feudal Knights can hold the flanks perfectly fine because of their morale. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for this one. I mean, it's only short. It's like 3 units I'm covering for this one, and I'd say it's balanced. I mean, these two don't exactly make this one redundant. Dismounted Men-at-Arms is available in high, and Dismounted Broken Lance is available in late. So it's bringing these guys, the Men-at-Arms, over Broken Lances. There's not really much point because it's the same for less, for more money. But I'm comparing these to the Feudal Knights, so that's mainly what it is. I mean, effectiveness at killing and staying alive, they're far better for the cost. Just what you gotta think about is the morale. That's all it is, really. And for siege assaults, especially when morale is a key factor, like climbing walls, taking fire, it's you gotta make sure you support them if you're gonna use them. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for this episode. I think the next one I'll probably do Spearman or either armor upgrades in this game don't work exactly how you'd expect them to, so I'm going to cover a lot of that. Yeah, so that's pretty much it.